Hello, welcome back to Frequently Asked Questions. Now, the question I'd like to cover this time round is, how is an asbestos survey carried out? So once you've made an inquiry with an asbestos company, we will put together a quote based on the information provided. Usually the information needed is things such as up-to-date floor plans, square meterage, and any historical evidence for the building. Some surveys also require a site visit to get a true feeling of the building, its size and its accessibility. Then once we've issued a quote and you've accepted, a surveyor such as myself will be booked in to attend site. Now when we arrive on site, we tend to speak with the building manager to find out as much extra information as we can. This information will be things such as the building's age, any refurbishment works that's happened across that time, and also any previous asbestos surveys or knowledge of asbestos materials on site that you might have. All contractors should have this information available to them. So if you have any previous asbestos information, that should be provided to the surveyor and to any other contractors visiting site. This is to help us to avoid walking into any unsafe situations without knowing. Now, when we are starting to carry out the survey, we would tend to ask for things like the floor plan so we can get a good idea of where we'd like to start and where we'd like to finish. I'll highlight all the rooms, including things that aren't necessarily easily found. And we will ask for access to every single room as far as reasonably practicable. Then we will systematically go round the site, looking at each room individually and looking at everything in a meticulous fashion. When we walk into a room, we'll look at things like the ceiling, the walls, the floors, and any surfaces, looking for suspect materials. Now, when we find anything that we deem suspect, we'll take a sample, we'll photograph it, and then we will make a note on the floor plan of the location of those samples. Once we're done with that, we move on to the next room and continue the same fashion around the entire building. Once the survey is complete, our samples are sent off to a laboratory, and then once the results are received, a report is created. An asbestos survey report should have the asbestos register, which will show you all items that were returned positive, all items that come back negative, a floor plan showing the location of all the items surveyed and the rooms surveyed, and then it'll also give recommendations of how to manage those products that were identified. So there you go. That is the process of carrying out an asbestos survey. If you have any questions of your own, please leave them in the comments and I'll get round to answering them. Thank you very much.